Hi everybody, this is another Flying Rookie video, and on this video my aircraft is gonna rise from the ashes. This is my Y6 Scorpion aircraft from Fyetech, and I'm back in the park where I believe I was shot down. So I'm just gonna fly right now, but I'm gonna fly on line of sight. I don't want to trust myself flying this thing over here on FPV because I don't say something is gonna happen again, but I will say, you know, if something happened, I want to see it with my own eyes, okay, rather than just be virtually sitting in the cockpit of the aircraft doing an FPV flight. If I decide to do another flight over here, you know, another FPV flight, it will have to be with my Gaui, because for me that's my expendable aircraft. So I wouldn't care if somebody shoot it down. I know I can get the parts with no problem. Now the problem with this aircraft over here is that they don't have parts. It's really hard to get the parts in the US. In China, they are back ordered to the dead, and the only people that have parts for this is in Europe. And these people from Europe, they're really full of it. They don't want to, you know, many of these stores, they don't want to, especially from the UK, they don't want to ship other than the European Union. You know, they don't want to do international shipping for this. So what I end up doing is I purchased another aircraft, but I didn't purchase another Y6. I purchased the X4 that is even cheaper than this aircraft, and use the same arms that I use over here. Now there are two versions of the X4. That's the regular X4 and the Pro. So I just purchased the regular one because the Pro, the arms, they change, you know, on the Pro version. So now I have, you know, 3 extra arms. I got extra spacers, I got extra motors, and I got extra props. Out of the Pro, the only two things that the Pro comes with that they are not compatible with this. I mean, not the Pro, the X4. The only two things that they are not compatible with this is the center plates, because the center plate for the other one is a Y6-copter. The center plates that are, you know, like a square shape. And the other thing that is not compatible with this is the ESCs. I mean, it could work, but the problem with the ESCs is they're too small. They're only 10 amps, and this one work with 20 amp ESCs. Okay, so that's the only two things that I won't be able to use. But at least I got tons of parts, you know, in case of something, you know, bad happen. Also, I ordered 2 extra green propellers, you know, 10 by 4.5. from some guy in New Jersey that he's selling, you know, props for quadcopters. And I already got home 10 by 4.5 in blacks. I got probably like half a dozen or maybe more at home. Okay, so that way, when it comes to that, I'm not worried about it. I just want to have the green ones in the back, so that way, you know, it will help me with the orientation. So I'm gonna proceed to fly this thing and see what's gonna happen. I know some people in YouTube, when they place the comments, many that didn't believe the possibility that this thing got shut down. And you know what? I hope they're right. To be honest with you, you know, I hope that people that disagree, they are right, because this town over here is like nothing really bad happening in this town. This town, you know, the police is. The only thing the police do over here is just give tickets, you know, and maybe deal with, you know, domestic violence, you know, little things, you know, petty crimes. But, you know, something like somebody shooting at things and stuff like that, that doesn't happen over here. I think the last time this town, somebody, you know, got shot in this town probably was like 12 years ago or something like that. So, you know, even for me, it's kind of tough to believe that somebody, you know, would have shot my aircraft. But as you can see, this thing over here, I mean, this aircraft, you know, when it got shut down, was only a week old. You know, this is not balsa wood, this is fiberglass. You know, I understand some people say when you lose a blade, you know, it's like the southern lose of torque. The sudden change. I don't know. It's like the sudden torque that I get, with the vibration, might make the arm, twist to a point that's gonna snap. Could be, but I mean, if this thing was a balsa frame, a balsa ladder frame, or a balsa solid frame, because I saw people that build, like homemade quadcopters, that they got the balsa solid frame. That's a different story. But I saw also quadcopters that they got ladder frames. The arms, they got this ladder shape, and those ones I would believe, blindly believe that if they lose a blade, they will snap. They would really snap, because it would be, the frame would be really thin. Okay, so I'm using the same exact battery that I was using the day of the crash, and you got the same exact charge. I haven't discharged this battery or anything. Okay, so this is the same exact battery that I was using that day. So we'll see what's going to happen. I don't know how long it's going to fly, because that day I think I flew for like 6-7 minutes before, I got supposedly shut down, according to the skeptics. And I don't know, hopefully I might get, this is a 5,000. This is the biggest battery this aircraft is designed to carry. You cannot carry anything bigger than this, especially if you're carrying FPV, the FPV equipment. So I put this battery to see if I could do FPV for like 15 and maybe 20 minutes. This is a 3-cell 5,000. But I never got the opportunity to see that happening. So at least with whatever charge I got left, I'm really looking forward to see, how many more minutes I'm gonna do over here. So this thing is gonna be a line of sight flight. Okay, and I'm not gonna go crazy, because I never go crazy. I just go nice and slow. Yeah, that's why I turned this into a target in the first place. So see what's gonna happen. Right. So let's see. Okay, I see the lights are flashing, telling me that the battery's low. I mean, it's not low, it's just a little bit low, but not something out of this world. Honestly, this flight controller is great. I can't believe, this, in my opinion, the best $50 flight controller on the market. I got the Eagle N6B2. And it doesn't need no computer to set up or anything. All you do is just go to some dip switch they got on the same flight controller and set up right there. And that way you decide you set up, you got a Y6-copter or quadcopter Plus, quadcopter X, whatever aircraft this thing is designed to work with, you set up right there, and that's really cool. Now the only thing that I don't like about this flight controller is I feel like the jaw, the rudder stick, is not really responsive as the ones on my quadcopters, like my Gaui and my Gaui and my hover teams with the DJI NASA and my Gaui with the GU344. The jaw is really, really responsive. This thing, the jaw is too lazy, too slow. It shouldn't be like that. That's the only thing that I want fast on an aircraft. Now, everything else can stay slow. I don't care. But the jaw, I like this thing to turn, immediately. And that's something that it doesn't do. But other than that, I like that it's really stable. That's the only thing that I really like about this. It's really, really stable. It's virtually no wind over here right now. It's like, it's dead calm. And it's flying really nice. Just twisting the stick side to side. And pretty good. Pretty much what I do is hovering. I'm not really that good of a line of sight pilot. I'm just gonna take a chance right now. I'm gonna do something I don't like to do. And that's something that any pilot does. And it's this. Make the aircraft look towards me. Get a little bit confused. If I had the NASA, I will do it and I'll practice, you know. But this thing, I mean, it's more stable than most of my flight controllers, but I don't feel that it's like perfectly stable. And it's strange because I'm flying right now. It's dead calm pretty much, so it doesn't really stay in place, man. I don't know. I mean, like I said, this flight control is really stable, really nice, but still not a DJI NASA. Sometimes the jaw on his own, he decides to, you know, doesn't stay just looking one place. Like right now, he just decides to, you know, turn a little bit to the left. At least the lights did really help, and especially now that it's cloudy. It's also early. It's like 6:45 in the morning, but it's cloudy too. Now you see the lights, they're increasing they're flashing more often right now. The flashing is increasing. That means the battery is going low even more. It's, you know, losing power even more. But still, I got a LiPo alarm in my radio because I got telemetry. And when the receiver detects that the battery, because the receiver right now is being powered also by the battery that's powering the motors. So when the battery reach, I believe like 10.4 volts, the receiver is gonna send me a signal to my radio, and my radio is gonna detect that the voltage reached that point, and it's time to land. So the radio is gonna start beeping. Right now I start getting, you know, a little bit of breeze behind me. Now I'm getting, you know, close to that 3, and I don't like that, so let me just get out, send the aircraft the other way. Also, the throttle starts feeling heavy. So the thing with this aircraft is the landing gear. Even if I did a small modification, the landing gear is too short, so I cannot land, you know, where it's grass. I have to go to right in the same spot where I took off. That's where I have to land. I mean, this aircraft, I really like it, but I still got plans to buy the new Hoverton's frame that is especially designed for FPV. It's really low profile, and it got like a weird shape, so the GoPro goes mounted in the front, and even if that's a quadcopter, it's not like a symmetrical quadcopter. Like the arms in the front are shorter than the arms in the back. You got longer arms in the back, and you got like a long frame. The frame looks almost like a, you know, remote control car frame. You know, so that's gonna be my dedicated FPV aircraft once I get it. But it's on back order, and every freaking time I go online, it's on back order. You know, it was, you know, for a brief time, it was on stock, and I couldn't buy it at that particular moment. And when the chance came for me to buy it, you know, like several hours later, it was in back order again, because everybody's buying that frame like crazy. And like I said, they designed it to carry the GoPro all the way in the front. You're not gonna see the propellers in the front on the way or anything. It's just gonna be, everything is gonna be out of the way. You know, so you're gonna have a complete and total image of where you're flying with that thing. And that's really nice. But in the meantime, this aircraft right now is gonna be my main FPV aircraft until they come out with the other one, the friend I just mentioned. It's named the HT-FPV from Hoverton's. That's a frame I'm buying. I got all the stuff that I need to get that frame going. I got the flight controller, I got the DJI NASA that I put on my BC550. I'm gonna put it there. The motors, the rocket motors from XRC and Proton ESCs from the CRC, they are on my BC550. They're also going to be installed on that frame too. So my BC550, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert into an X8. So it's going to have 8 motors and 8 props. And it's going to work, it's going to be kind of the same thing that I got over here with this one. So I'm going to have, you know, counter rotating props. So that's what I'm going to use it for. You know, I want redundancy on that one, because that one I want to put, you know, like a camera mount. It's going to be designed to work together with the flight controller. So I'm going to have what they call PTC. So I'm going to be able to level, the camera is going to stay level, doesn't matter in what direction the aircraft is tilting to. You know, the camera is going to stay level no matter what. So that's why I want to do with my 550. So it's going to have a 2-axis camera mount. It's going to control it's going to keep the GoPro level. Okay, I still got power. I just went over 8 minutes of flying time. Still, the throttle, like I say, feels really heavy. Now the lights are flashing really, really fast. I mean, the battery is getting really, really low. But my LiPo alarm haven't, you know, beat yet. But I'm not gonna take chances, because this battery is a heavy battery anyway. So this aircraft is carrying a heavy load right now. This is a 5,000 battery. So I'm just gonna land. Whoop. And like always, my props always get abused. Okay, well, at least I know the thing flew nice. The tail didn't broke or got shot. You know, whatever happened. My real props, they still one piece. And one thing when I always land on this thing, you know, understand that the front props, they break, because that's the ones that most of the time when I land, that's the lower props are the ones that they'll always touch the ground. If I don't land perfect, they always touch the ground, just like it happened right now. I rarely have the rear arms touching down. That rarely happens. It's mostly the front. Okay, and my real props, supposedly they fell. Supposedly, you know, they fell, and the sudden torque that goes supposedly broke the rear. This you see these red lights? That's the tail of the aircraft, and that's why this aircraft, you know, that one makes the aircraft crash. So, you know what? When I'm gonna do another FPV flight with this, not here, but I'm gonna do it in Flight Club. Probably I'm gonna be using this battery, and I'm gonna see if I break this thing again over there. I hope if something bad happened again over here, it just happened because of the pilot control, not because the aircraft is just a piece of crap and you just love to break the tail, because that would suck big time. Then this aircraft would be a waste of time and money, you know, having something that's so brittle. But I mean, that was so brittle, then why the front arms didn't broke when it hit the ground? Because the previous video you can see in the slow motion of the aircraft when it went down, you know, I had the GoPro mounted here. This is another plate that I had. There's no the plate that broke. The GoPro was mounted here, and the aircraft was spinning out of control. When it landed, you know, it did like this. And when it hit the GoPro that was down here first, and it broke this plate. Then the GoPro started flying off, and this thing was in milliseconds. The GoPro started flying away, and then this prop and this motor hit, and then after that, so in other words, this prop, the motor, and this arm hit, and then this other arm hit, and this prop and this other motor, and the thing broke. You know, so what's up with that? You know, it didn't broke, but yeah, that's the LiPo arm. The other arm, on the other hand, just broke, just because the props broke in midair, and one prop made the other prop break in midair. So I hope, like I said, the skeptics are right, I'm wrong. I saw dozens of videos on YouTube because I want to give the skeptics, you know, benefit of the doubt. So I went to see videos of people having different kind of multi-rotor aircraft flying and having, you know, prop failures. And if one blade breaks on your aircraft, I didn't notice any quadcopter or any other kind of multi-rotor that lost a blade. I didn't see a single one of them breaking the arm in that process. None of them broke the arm. And they had the camera mounted. Some of them, they broke the prop in the front, and they had the camera mounted, and many of them, they didn't even crash. The pilot still managed to land it. But when you see the video, it has like a criminal vibration, and since many of these cameras, they got, you know, like liquid lenses, the whole image warp, you know. So if you fly FPV, something like that happen, you are in trouble, you understand? So many guys, you know, that I saw that they had that problem, you know, prop failure, you just get a criminal vibration, but the arms didn't broke because of that. So I found that really doubtful that a broken blade is going to break the arm because of the sudden change of torque. You can tell me that if I had a balsa wood aircraft, but there's no balsa wood, there's fiberglass. So it's not going to happen. The fiberglass can survive, you know, this thing, you know, coming down from 20 feet in the air and survive, you know, the crash, the front arms that hit the ground. Then it can survive, you know, sudden change of torque in the back. So the only thing that got me, you know, doubting a little bit that this thing was shut down is because I didn't hear a shot. That's the only thing, and nobody heard a shot. But somebody claimed that they saw something hitting my aircraft. So there are things that people can shoot at things in the air that not necessarily they have to be some things that make, you know, things that make noise to shoot things out of the sky. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a CO2 gun or anything like that. So that's pretty much what I believe that happened to this. I still believe that somebody just play dirty with me. And people have to remember, people are saying, oh, how is it possible that you can shoot this aircraft flying in the air? Well, I guess people that forget that there are hunters that shoot birds in the air. Birds they are about the size of my aircraft, and they fly faster, they're more agile than my aircraft. Those birds, some of these birds, I wouldn't be able to shoot them myself, but there are people that are hunters that they can shoot a bird out of the sky. You understand? And I don't know, maybe they use a shotgun, maybe they'll use a rifle, but you know what? I don't know about weapons. I don't know about the skills people that hunt at and what kind of weapon they have. Probably they use a shotgun, and the shotgun just spread a bunch of bullets all over the place, and luckily one of them is going to hit, a bunch of pellets all over the place, and luckily one of them is going to hit the target. But maybe somebody with just a rifle can just look at the bird and shoot it down. Just the same way, these people that they got this disc that they throw from a machine and they just do, target practice. This thing was an easier target. I was flying slow, low, and slow. So I was making two mistakes at the same time, low and slow. And that got me that if somebody showed me, that's how I got shut down. Okay, so I'm done here. See, the aircraft flying nice. So I'm gonna get it ready again for another FPV flight, not here, somewhere else. And that's pretty much it. And hopefully see if the older frame that I want to buy, the Hoverton's HT FPV, gets available so I can buy it, make videos of putting the aircraft together and fly, because I know the aircraft is going to be way more better and way more agile than this one or any other or my other or better than any of my other multi-rotor aircraft that I got. Okay, so just to let you guys know, I always sub back to the people that subscribe to me. I always do that, so I do subs for subs. And please don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.